Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If your gaming PC is running slower than a laggy lobby, don't worry, I've totally got you covered. In this video, I'm going to give you 12 beginner-friendly tips to help boost your gaming performance without spending a single dime. That's right, no expensive upgrades, no fancy software, just free, easy tweaks that will help level up your FPS, reduce stutters, and optimize your system for peak performance. And don't worry, you don't need to be some software engineer to be able to do this, okay? Trust me. You don't want to miss tip number 12, by the way. It could be the difference between buttery smooth gameplay and rage quitting mid-match. So let's get into it.
First up, we need to buff our GPU drivers. If you're running on outdated drivers, you're basically playing with a debuff active. Head over to NVIDIA GeForce Experience or AMD Adrenalin and level up your graphics card with the latest update. Instant performance boost, no grinding required. Next, let's take a look at the Task Manager, aka our in-game inventory. To access this menu, hold Ctrl plus Shift plus Escape. Then, sort your active tasks by CPU and RAM usage. If you see something eating up resources like an NPC stuck in a loot loop, close it down. You want your PC to be running optimized, not carrying dead weight. And don't forget those sneaky startup programs. They load in the background like unskippable cutscenes and slow you down before you even hit the main menu. Disable anything unnecessary so your PC boots faster than a speedrunner skipping dialogue. Now let's tweak those in-game settings. Shadows? Drop them down unless you're trying to count pixels in enemy hiding spots. Anti-aliasing? Lower it if your FPS is dipping like a battle royale player hot dropping into chaos. Use your game's built-in benchmarks to find the sweet spot between looking good and running like a dream. Next up, your PC's power settings might be running in casual mode. Let's switch that to hardcore performance mode. Go to your control panel, click on power options, and set it to high performance. No one's got time for low energy mode when frames are on the line. This isn't about saving gas in a Prius, it's about going full throttle in a gas-guzzling muscle car. Your FPS deserves that raw horsepower.
Hey, quick pause. If you're finding these tips helpful and your FPS is already looking better, do me a favor. Hit that like button. It really helps support the channel and tells me you want more gaming performance guides like this. Plus, it's free, just like all these optimizations. Alright, back to boosting your setup.
And let's talk about Windows updates. Ignoring them is like skipping patch notes. You never know when a critical fix could be improving your system's performance. It's like when a game's update nerfs your OP build down to a potato. So keep your Windows updated so you're always in the latest meta. Next up is Game Mode. You can enable Game Mode in Windows by going to Settings, clicking on Gaming, then clicking Game Mode. Turn that on. Think of this as enabling a passive skill that prioritizes your game over the background apps. And here we go with Disk Cleanup. Time for some inventory management. Open your Disk Cleanup tool, select your drive, and delete temporary files that are just sitting there like unused crafting materials. A cleaner drive means a snappier system. Now for you NVIDIA users, you can head over to your NVIDIA control panel and set your power management mode to prefer maximum performance. That way if your GPU is taking breaks like an AFK teammate, this will keep it working full throttle. For you AMD users, tweak the same settings in your Adrenalin software. Now managing your storage and your memory. Think of your storage like your game inventory. You don't want to be overloaded with junk. So uninstall games and programs you don't use. Aim to keep at least 20% of your drive free so your system doesn't move like it's stuck in heavy armor. Alright, let's talk about virtual memory, aka the page file. Now this acts as a backup when your system runs out of physical RAM, ensuring smoother performance in memory-heavy applications. Think of it like a hidden stash of RAM that your system can tap into when needed. To determine the right page file size for your system, use these general guidelines based on your total physical memory. For general use in gaming, set the initial size to 1.5x times your total RAM, your maximum size to 3 times your total RAM. For content creation and heavy workloads, set the initial size to 2 times your total RAM, the maximum size at 4 times your total RAM. And for maximum performance and stability, initial size set to 3 times your total RAM, and maximum size 6 times your total RAM. Now to adjust these settings, go to System Properties, Advanced Settings, Performance, then the Advanced tab, then click on Virtual Memory. Enter the values based on your RAM and set it on your fastest drive. preferably your NVMe SSD drive. Then click Set and restart your PC and enjoy the boost. Now for you users still rocking an HDD, run the Defragment and Optimize Drives tool. But if you're on an SSD, don't even think about it. Defragging an SSD is like trying to reload a lightsaber. It just doesn't work that way.
And there you have it, gamers. Follow these easy steps and your PC will be running smoother than 144 Hz refresh rate. No microtransactions or DLC required. Now, if these tips helped, I'd appreciate if you hit that like button and subscribe for more performance hacks. Got your own pro tips? Well, drop those down in the comments below so that we can all benefit by min-maxing our setups. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next Hot Drop.